Hello everybody and welcome to the Athletic Grounds for the Armagh Junior Football Championship draw, sponsored by Cormac Leonard. My name's Kieran Lynch and we're joined this evening by Neelis Boyle, Armagh Secretary, and Donald McCarthy from the CCC. They're going to draw the groups and go through all the different permutations, and when it's over we'll be joined by Bill Gagan to get his thoughts on the draw. So without further ado lads, I'll let you get to it.
Okay, we're here to do a draw for the Junior Championship for the Magnificent Sean Quinn Cup. And we have each team is seeded based on the league position into 4 different bowls. And I'd just like Neelis to call out the teams in each bowl as to start kick it off.
So pot 1 we have Anportmore, Ballyhagan, Clonmore and Crossmaglen seconds. Pot 2, Ogue, Middletown, Thomas Davis and St Peter's seconds. Pot 3, Killeavy seconds, St Michael's Newton Hamilton, Clady and Redmond O'Hanlon's. And in pot 4, Dorsey Emmets, Lissummon, Mullabrack and St Michael's Killian.
And doing the draw, we'll draw the teams from pot 4 first, then pot 3, then pot 2, then pot 1. So without further ado, we'll start. Lissummon. Mullabrack. Dorsey Emmets. St Michael's Killeen. That's Neelis to draw it. Pot 3.
For Group A, there's Redmond O'Hanlon's. Group B is Killeavy seconds. St Michael's Newton Hamilton. And Clady.
Pot 2. Middletown. Thomas Davis. Ogue. St Peter's. Yes.
Top seeds here then, so starting to get into Group A. Is Ballyhagan. Crossmaglen seconds. on Portmore. And Clonmore.
That concludes the draw for the Junior Football Championship 2025. Once again, I'd like to thank Cormac Leonard for sponsoring the event. And by the looks of it, there's going to be some very, very competitive games in the group stages of that competition. Before we hand over, we'll hand over to the boys first.
So thank you very much, Donal and Neelis, for that. We're joined now by Bill Geoghegan. Bill, we're just obviously fresh after making the draw. I'm going to start with the team who just were crowned Division 3A champions last Friday night, Portmore. Do you feel like they'll want to go now and obviously make it a double?
After last year, and they were very unlucky at the end, I would fancy they'd be one of the better teams that you'd think will be there or thereabouts. I look at the Pot A and I see a local derby straight away, O'Hanlon's and Lissummon. That's going to be a tasty match as well. But looking at Ballyhagan, another big team, great chance. Clonmore as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You just touched on it there. That was my next question. Is of course, look, Portmore won the league, but Ballyhagan has plenty of quality. Clonmore were Division 3A champions 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Cross Seconds have plenty of experience playing intermediate football, so it's not going to be a one-way street.
Well, I covered the game Cross Seconds and on Portmore, and there was 2 points in it, and Cross had their chances. Now, John McLaughlin was a big, massive presence in the middle of the park that night, and that was really the difference between the two teams. I would never write off a Cross Midland team. Middletown, we've seen them last year as well, very unlucky, and Portmore got them at the end. I'm looking again, St Michael's, another team that has a pedigree in championship football, and they will fancy their chances as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the format, people have their own debates on what's the best format. We saw it at county level this year with the groups. I mean, every game was exciting. Every game came down to the wire. Every game had something at stake, and that's something to look forward to, isn't it, for spectators?
It is, and I think home advantage is going to be massive in this here. You know, you need to win your home games if you want to go. And if you look at the groups there, you would want to finish top, because that will put you straight into the quarterfinals, and then 2 and 3 can have a go at each other.
Yeah, so well, thank you very much, Bill, for coming on. I will throw it back to the lads.
Thank you, Kieran.
We now move on to the Junior B Football Championship. We've 5 teams in this. Silverbridge seconds, Clonagale seconds, Armagh Harp seconds, Madden seconds, and Drummond T seconds. This is a round robin championship with the top 4 teams going forward to the semi-finals, and obviously the next 2 to the final. We'll draw out tonight who meets who. The first team out will play the second team in the first round. The third team will play the fourth team the first round, and the fifth team will have a bye. So, first team out in the Junior B Championship. Silverbridge seconds.
Armagh Harps.
Drummond T.
Madden.
Clonagale have a bye in the first round of the Junior B Championship. So in the first round, Silverbridge play Armagh Harps, and Drummond T play Madden. The draws and timescales for all the games in both championships will be available later on in the week. Best of luck to everybody, and looking forward to some magnificent games.
Thanks very much once again to Neil and Donal for that. Well, folks, there's plenty to look forward to in the coming weeks and months with the championships about to get underway. If you can't make it to the games, Armagh TV will always be there on hand to cover, and the season passes are out now, so check out the website for that. And thanks very much for joining us here. So once again, the draw is made for the Armagh Junior Football Championship, sponsored by Cormac Leonard.